everything becomes good. As long as you're mathematically correct, everything becomes good. So study check with you guys. So they are asking us to find the area between these two functions right there. So just came back from clinic. Now I'm going to school. Thank you. The weather just took a big turn. Super crazy. So I just did all these hypotheses thingy using two samples, and it's quite ridiculous. Like, that equation is so big, it's so crazy. And most of the time I realized that I really struggle to really make or to deduce a hypothesis from my data. Because like they ask us about, like, for example, they will say that we want to measure the short-term length of males. No, we want to measure between the males and the females who stay longer on in admission, all right? But we assume that, obviously, if we are saying that, my hypothesis is that they are saying that they're expecting males to have a greater value or a greater mean value than the females. But then when I look at Say's example, Say is like, no, we're gonna start initially to be like, we are assuming, first, we all assume that they have the same type of mean. No other one is having a greater average than the other. But to me, I'm like, but then the question is like, we want to check if these two guys are not equal. But then we start by assuming that they are equal, then we contradict that and be like, okay, somebody says that they are not equal. And now it's mind-boggling, because now if you can get the hypothesis wrong, your whole thing comes wrong. Like, literally your whole calculation is spoiled. Crazy. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. All right. So I'm actually tired one night, but hectic, as you can see. Crazy. We're gonna get some rain and some thunder. Okay. So just finished with basically all of stats. And am I competent yet? No. Especially when it comes to two samples, no. It is quite daunting. Because how Seth does it is totally different from how I do it, which I'm still can't figure out why. Like, why am I doing it differently from him? Because from what my brain tells me and what he writes, totally different things. So probably would have to go consult with him, because if I don't, I'm in shit. And I'm going to lose my distinction. And I don't want that. I don't want that. Actually, I'm aiming for a 90 this time around. Online, I'm actually aiming for a 90 in this exam. So that's why I'm trying my utmost best to be as competent as I can be, to get a 90 in this exam. But I also have to think about chemistry. And thinking about chemistry, sheesh, I still haven't done the last lectures for redox reactions and KPA and then better, bro. I am literally so scared to even stop studying, because I am definitely gonna lose my distinction if I don't continue studying, because there's organic chemistry and I haven't done the last part of organic chemistry. I haven't mastered the last reactions, like elimination reaction, substitution reaction. I haven't mastered those reactions. And bro, I don't wanna lie, I'm Penny's king. I am Penny's king. But anyway, it's okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna take a nap, man. And stuff like that. So it's a boy King T. I'm out this thing. Hey, what's up, YouTube gang? It's a boy King T, back with another lit video. And I know, a lot of people be like, TP, wait a minute, let me tell you what's been happening, man. Because okay, before I can tell you what's been happening, so switch on the video today, because it's gonna be quite hectic. It is gonna be a very, very academically based video. It's not even a joke. I have two exams to write in one single week, and I'm basically behind in most of them, and obviously we know we're gonna keep up with those distinctions. Again, I'm saying there's nothing else that we accept for mathematics and chemistry but fit but distinctions. Just got my first result for botany. I actually didn't get a distinction. So one distinction I thought of it bag. So now it's a 71%, which is still good, but it's not a distinction. We want distinctions. Okay, we want distinctions. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So now we facing off. It's gonna be hectic. I don't wanna lie. Like I don't know how am I gonna pull this off. If I can pull this off, man, I don't wanna lie. I'll be grateful because I entered the exam with these two modules, mathematics and chemistry, with distinctions in them. So I just need to get another 75 for me to still keep my distinction. With chemistry, the very same thing. I just need another 75 to get a distinction still. But now the problem is like these two exams are clustered together, and especially for chemistry because now on also on Wednesday I have a clinic appointment. I need to go for my checkup, yeah, and stuff like that for the month, and that's kind of crazy because obviously going for the checkup means that I'm gonna spend the whole day there at the clinic, because it's the clinic. We're in South Africa, anyways. But right now, what I'm currently going to be doing, I'm going to be going to the bathroom. I'm about to go bath and stuff like that and get myself straight. As you can see, there's nothing there. That is because this is the last month. This is November, y'all. The last month of the year, the last month of the semester. And after that, we'll be saying goodbye to everything. Then I'll be moving out like after next week. I'll be moving out stuff like that. But anyway, y'all, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. Just gonna go bath, finish up, and come back again and do more mathematics. So it's gonna be a very intensive study vlog all the way up until Thursday. Thursday, right? Thursday when I write my final examination. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get this. And if you're new to the channel, it's the first time you see my face. Actually, I go by the name of Thapelo, but you can call me Mr. King T. I'm saying so. I am a TikToker, YouTuber, but I'm all but basically a vlogger where I basically this is a channel where I basically share my educational content. If you like anything school related, productivity related, self improvement orientated content, then this is the right place for you. That is the kind of content that I produce. So if you're into that student and productivity vlogs, then amen. Go down there, hit the like and subscribe. But anyway, it's a boy King T. Let me go bath and let's come and do some work. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Yes, sir. Plug me in, man. All right, so basically, I'm done. Bathing. Is that like that? I'm using my tripod right now. That's my stuff. So yeah, man. Gonna be going into this. I didn't do push-ups today. Crazy. I didn't do push-ups today. But yeah, guys, wish me luck because I really want these distinctions, and I feel like all odds are against me, but what God cannot do doesn't exist. What God cannot do doesn't exist. They were like to me, oh no 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 no. One B is gonna be right, one B is gonna do this, one B is gonna be that. And I made a promise to shame the haters by getting distinctions in this one B's. Alright, and so far so good. Except for Zuzu, they were not lying. Why is my cover like this? Is it because it's uh, I hope that it's nothing bad because it looks kind of discolored. What is that? Hmm. Okay. This is the first time. Every time when I have to shoot with my tripod, I have to take out my case. And once I take out my case, I start to see some other things, and I'm like, why are you like that? It's supposed to be like that, but I guess it is supposed to be like that. So nothing much to it. But anyway, y'all, without further ado, let me just. Yeah, man, I have a messed up table. Like, my table is really messy and stuff like that. But don't mind that. Don't act Gary. Yours is clean. I'm joking. Probably yours is clean. I'm a guy. I'm a dude. Most of the time, this is the working system that works. So if a system works, there's no need to change it because you're trying to please people. No. Wait, what am I looking for now? The thing that's left is my pencil. Oh, there it is. What else? Nothing else, man. Yeah. All right, then let's get into it. Let's lock in, y'all. Let's lock in. All right, y'all. So basically, I am done with doing these tests and papers, and overall, I got a total on everything. As you can see right there, I also did them some of them in the morning, in the afternoon, and stuff. But yeah, so far we're going good. Um, so these were just the memos. Now I'm just going for the tutorial questions. If I can do all of these, then I'll be good to go, y'all. I'll be good to go. So now we're going for the tutorial videos, the tutorial problems. One thing I like about math, okay, unlike any other module, is that math is a subject that is based on problems. You don't have to write essays, you don't have to stress about writing. The only thing that's working is your brain, and I think I prefer that more than anything. So yeah, I've been liking that a lot, rather than like all these studying things and stuff like that. But yeah, yo, but I'm actually I'm that I was able to notice this because what the way Sarah wrote it was different, but I applied a different method to find the solutions. So guys, that's the thing about math. It's not a one rule wonder thing. You can't just get one rule and then think that it works for everything. Nah, there are many ways to kill a cat. That's one thing I like about mathematics. As you're mathematically correct, everything becomes good. As long as you're mathematically correct, everything becomes good. So yeah, man. Still going strong. The time is currently is 9:30 and stuff. I don't know when I even started, but yeah, it's 9:30. And yeah, we're still going strong, y'all. So right now I'm going for the tutorial questions. So yeah, let's do the tutorial questions together, y'all. All right, so basically done with the first tutorial problems. As you can see, perfected everything. I'm done with this. I've mastered this. I don't have to come back to it anymore. Got a total, so that's good. Um, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a little break, just watch one episode of Lost. I've been watching Lost lately, so I'm just gonna watch one episode of Lost, and after that I'll go to tutorial 2, and then 3, and then 4. But obviously I can't film everything and stuff like that because I don't want to make the video too long. But yeah, I'll give you guys like snippets there and there about like what's happening and stuff like that. So yeah, man, just enjoy the vlog. Enjoy the vlog. Okay, y'all. So I'm just making something to eat, and stuff. But probably would after eating, I'll probably just take another nap and wake up in the morning and continue everything in the morning. So yeah, but yeah, man. think I'll catch you guys in the morning when I do this because I'm becoming sleepy now. But I covered majority of the things, so I'm good. I'm good. Good morning. It's the next morning. Still tired, but I still got a distinction to bag, so it's not a matter of options, it's a matter of working. Yo, if I can pull this off, I swear I'll be so grateful. God, oh my God, I'll be so grateful. I'll be so grateful. If I can pull this off. Because I can't afford to lose my distinctions, man. Like, honestly, I can't. I can't. Like, it's really worth it because you know how many opportunities you get with that shit? Too many for you to be sleeping and not doing shit about it. So I'm doing shit about it. Barely sleep, not well rested, but keep on moving, man. Keep on moving. Let me just prep up my stuff and go back to work. Money. Alright, just at the bed, obviously, as you guys saw. Not hungry at all. Just took my medicine. Now I'm about to rest a little bit. Not like rest like sleep, but like just watch one episode before I go through what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, let me just do that. And yeah, guys, let's get back to work, man. There's no time to waste. We're writing tomorrow. I think so. Let's grind, y'all. Let's grind. All right. Basically ate breakfast. Drank my pills, as I did say, and I did watch that video. My eyeball. I don't know what kind of deficiency that makes your eyeballs be like this, but like I don't like it. Anyway, let's start another study session. Y'all ready? Because I am. And yeah, because I wanna go through this as fast as I can, I'm gonna be listening to music while doing this. I actually love using my camera because it's more clearer than my front camera. As you can see, I feel like the front camera sucks a lot. That's why I prefer to use the back camera. But when I do that, there's a disadvantage. They are like probably you won't see anything because I can't see from the behind of the camera. But like this, I hope the quality doesn't really affect you guys. As I did say, I'm using a Samsung A25, so obviously the quality ain't gonna be as crisp as an iPhone or what. But then, as long as you guys can see, I think that's all that matters, right? So yeah, let's start another session. So now you're doing tutorial 2, which is the tutorial for week 2, and you gotta be doing every single problem that is marked. And yeah, then yeah, we'll just take it from there. Let's do this. Okay, just to show you guys what I'm doing there. So this is basically anti-derivatives, which basically leads us to integration. So reversing differentiation. So we are reversing differentiation. So the reverse of differentiation is integration. Okay. So in this case, they are asking us to bring this guy to its general form. You see, to its most general form. So meaning there are a group of functions that can give us this derivative. So small f means first derivative. Big F means the function itself, whatever function we are speaking about, that actually gives us this derivative. But there are many multiple derivatives. I mean, formulas that can give us the very same derivative. Okay, so we need to find the group of those functions that can give us this derivative. So that's why we anti-derive. So the first thing that we see is that we have this fraction. So in order for us to resolve this, most of the time when you have a complex fraction like this, we always break it down. So this guy is basically gonna be applied there, and that guy is gonna be applied there. Then I'm gonna be left with this and that. To simplify the problem, then from here, I just do my antiderivative. So remember what we did when we derived? We were minusing by 1 and multiplying the coefficient by that, right? So what we're going to do is just going to take the coefficient there, which is 1, and divide it by what? We are basically going to add 1 to the exponents because we remove 1 when we derive. So we do undoing that derive. We are adding back the 1. Now because we are adding back the 1, that addition with the exponent with the 1 must go at the bottom, and then this must also do the very same, and then we get that. Then we also continue the very same way here. The antiderivative of this is basically negative 5 over 2 plus 1. What? Negative 5 over 2 plus 1. You see, but don't forget the constant of integration, okay? Because it's a group of functions, okay? There are multiple functions that can give us this derivative right there. Then from here, just simplifying. So big F, remember big F is our antiderivative. Then this will basically give us 1 over 3. And then you will see when you derive this, it will bring you back to this guy right there. Do you see? Sharp. So that's the whole point of this. So this and this is basically gonna give us negative 3. So negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2, invert the negative 3 over 2. We basically gonna get this guy being 6 over 3. U what? This is basically gonna give us negative 3 over 2. Sorry, negative 3 over 2 plus c. And then obviously we can simplify this further and write it more neatly to be like, okay, so it means that the final answer is this is 3 over 3 plus, forgive my handwriting, I have a bad handwriting, that and this is basically gonna be 3 over 2 plus c. And this is the most general group of functions. Any function that is given by this formula with any other constant is basically going to be given by this derivative right there. So that's what I'm basically doing when it comes to those questions. Pretty interesting stuff, won't lie. And with tutorial 2 questions, mastered most of the stuff here and stuff. I mastered most of the stuff there. That's good. Now I gotta go all the way because I have how many weeks? How many are left now? So we just did 2. Week 1, week 2, and 3. We are left with week 3. And we are left with week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, week 11, up until 12, y'all. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no time to play. So let's continue to the next unit, which is week 3, tutorial questions. But I'm not gonna film this one, obviously. I already have enough footage of this guy. So yeah, catch you guys when I finish tutorial 3. So fucking it's up finna get out the world. You hit me with the drama. I can't give any dramas. Double the top. So now I'm currently doing Riemann sums, estimating the area under the curve using basically rectangles. All right, so basically if you wanna estimate not a smooth curve like this, you're so used to finding the area of when you have a straight line like this, it's easy for you to get like the area. All you just gotta do is use your geometry. But then what if your line is not smooth but it's curved? And most of the time we have functions, majority of our functions are curved like this, and you want to know what the area below. So basically I'm dealing with integration right now, and it's basically the idea of making blocks to estimate the area of a not straight line curve. Like for example, with the straight line, as you see in metric, you can actually simply get this by using simple geometry. You know that this, I can draw it as a right angle triangle and put a right angle triangle there and use my Pythagorean theorem to solve it. But what if my curve, my function is a curve and I'm looking for the area below it? Well, in that case, we cannot use geometry because there's no geometric shape that's like this. That can make us, even if we try to chop it into smaller pieces, there's no geometric function that can give us this, or a geometric shape that can give us this. So that is why we use integrals. Okay, so integrals are just basically rectangular blocks that we basically lay out as many as possible to fill the majority of the area here, so that we can get a better approximation of the area. And you will see the more lines you actually make under the curve, the more thinner slice you actually make, the more closer you are to the actual area of this guy. And that's what I'm actually doing right now. So they've given us this function, and if you look at this function right there, it's a function that's like this, okay, and it's from 0 up until 4. So I'm looking for this area right there. How am I gonna get that area? Simple. All I just gotta do is that now they telling me I need to approximate it using 4 approximate triangles or rectangles, but you can go up until infinity. So if you wanna get a better area, the actual area of this guy, you need to actually go up until infinity. Make the boxes width to be as small as possible, so that they are just lines like this, so that they are able to cover the majority of the area. All right, but in this case, because you are approximating it, we're using the right hand row and the left hand row, then we basically approximate the area of this rectangle right there. So we're gonna do that. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna take this is our height. Right now we are looking for our width. Okay, so our width is going to be given by the x, so we're just going to say delta x, the change in x, which is the width of each and every rectangle. So each and every rectangle will have equal widths of what? Well, 4 over how many rectangles? 4. So 4 over 4 gives us 1. So it means that every single rectangle has a width of 1. Now if I basically write this as an interval, it therefore means that this is 1, 2, 3. All right, so each and every block is here. Do you see it? See that? So this is when I'm using the right hand points. Do you see that? The right hand points, this is what they give me. So do you see they are over approximating my area? But if I use the left hand points, well, look at this. If I'm using the left hand points, I need to basically do this. Right? Using the left hand, do you see they become under the function? So because of that, that is an under approximation. So in this case, they're asking us initially to use the right hand points. So we are doing an overestimation of our curve, okay? Because when you use the right hand, you see it covers the majority of the area, and some of the area is above the function. So that is an over approximation. So now we need to get the x's that we are basically dealing with, and we just showed that right now we are basically starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now, remember, with 1, 2, 3, 4, that is what these numbers are representing with. The 0 is when you're basically using left hand points, then it means you're gonna start here, there, and there. But if you're using the right hand points, you're gonna start here, there, and there, because these are the widths of the rectangles themselves. Okay, Fedi. Now that we have that out of the way, now we can just say, remember, area is length times breadth. Okay, so length times breadth. So our length in this case is 1, and each and every rectangle has 1. So this is a common factor in each and every area. And then we are basically having the square root of what? Now we are using the right hand point. So we're going to take this, that, and that. So it's going to be 1 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And then from there, we just punch this whole thing in the calculator. And when you do that, what you would notice that this is basically what's happening. 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then this gives us an area, an overestimated area of our curve between 0 and 4 of 6.15, right? That's the area approximating it using the right hand points. But now let's use the left hand points. So using the left hand points, you're going to take this, that, and end here. Okay, so all I just gotta do is modify one of them. So if you can see, the one that's not here, it's actually the last one. All right, so I'm just gonna remove the last one and then punch it, and we get an underestimate. And that's what we said. Remember, when you put that is an underestimate because the rectangles are below. So using that, remember the area, we got it by saying this, and then this is basically 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, and from here we basically get this being 4.15. And those are the two areas using the, remember this was using the right, and now this is using the left, and we have answered the question. Now if you want to get a more accurate answer, you can actually get the middle terms, okay, using the midpoints of the rectangles. And using the midpoints of the rectangles, it actually gets it closer to the actual area under the curve. All right, but for argument's sake, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You can do that by yourself, and then you see you actually get a value that's between this guy. Any value that's between this guy is actually closer to the real actual area under the curve between 0 and 4 of this function right there. You see, so that is how you basically find the area under the curve that is not smooth. Do you see that? And we can actually do cool stuff. We can actually rotate this guy to actually form a disk that's like this, and actually find the volume of the disk. Like, it's kind of cool, man. I don't wanna lie. Maths is pretty cool. Maths is pretty cool. But yeah, that's a learning check of right now what I'm doing. Are you playing truth or a little heavy? If I didn't have it all. Tutorial 3 of mathematics. It's crazy. Nah, guys, it's gonna be good tomorrow, guys. I don't wanna lie. Actually, the stats is not gonna be the one that's gonna be good, actually, because statistics is a lot, especially when it comes to hypothesis testing for 2 samples. It's a lot, bro. Trust me, it's a lot. But we trust in the Lord that every effort we put today, we're gonna be good. I think I'll cover everything. But right now, when I go to the loo and play some Call of Duty and stuff. So yeah, I'm taking a break. So we're left with tutorial 4 and tutorial 5 and tutorial 6 and tutorial 7 and tutorial 8 and tutorial 9, 10, 11, 12. But now we're getting there, man. We're getting there. We're still good. We're still like, you weren't around on all the time. It's actually 12:30. Not stressing. No, I'm not. No. You're okay. We pushed. Now it's time to play some Call of Duty. Let's get it. Now I started to notice something, so I just went to the store to go buy some things to eat, and stuff like that, and some snacks. What I noticed is that because I'm a botanist, as you guys know, I study botany. Is that every time when I walk into like outside and I see like trees and plants and the different types of plants that are there, and I realize that actually, if you're not a botanist, you not realize how diverse plants are and how diversity is abundant in our country. Because no matter where I go, I always see a plant species that belongs to a particular plant family. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? And I wouldn't have known that if I wasn't a botanist. Now, I feel like just being a botanist just makes you aware of your surroundings and how to really appreciate how diverse our country is, né? Like it's so crazy. Just by you walking out, I can already identify like 6 out of 11 families, and it's like, what the hell, bro? Which is kind of cool, one line, which is kind of cool. So yeah, man, like being a botanist, I would say it's a W on that side because like being able to identify all these different plants and notice all these different plants is pretty cool. One line is pretty cool. But so I just continued doing some integration by parts. I realized that there were certain things I wasn't sure about, but ChatGPT is our tutor and our friend. She explained it so nicely because of she gave me an abbreviation that the thing that I was doing wrong was actually like not noticing that the variables have to be in a particular order. We can't just use the variables anyhow, like we needed to use them in a particular order. Now I do get that, and I'm getting majority of the things right, and stuff like that. So I'm just happy about that. I'm low key stressed about probability because of the hypothesis testing. I think I forgot majority of the stuff there, and man, like it's kind of crazy that I forgot that. And obviously, the paper is gonna be 50-50 of like probability and statistics and also calculus. So, fam, I don't wanna lie. It's stats is one of my biggest. I wouldn't say weaknesses, but it's one of those concepts that I can't just put to memory a lot because of like most of the time the equations do like kind of get hazy. But I believe in myself, I trust in myself, I believe I'm capable of doing this, and I am gonna do well, and I am gonna get that 90% in this exam, and I'm confident I am because I prepared. First of all, I prepared, and there's no room I left for me not to get this distinction with the 90% in the exam. So I'm confident I can get it and I can do it because I've been working all throughout the semester. So there's no way I can fail now. So I'm kind of low key, yeah, stressed about that, but I'm trusting God, and he sees that I put in the work. So now it's just for him to do his miracles. I'm also stressed about chemistry. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like chemistry, I am gonna fumble it for some odd reason because of like physical chemistry is really physically me. It's physicalizing me. Because what the hell, fam? And I'm writing on Thursday, which is great because it means I have to cover physical chemistry, organic chemistry, in just okay. Organic chemistry, I won't lie, I'm still good. The only thing is like IUPAC naming, and also the substitution elimination reactions. Those are the ones that I just need to master, and also in physical chemistry, I need to start from electrochemistry all the way to chemical kinetics. And to tell you the truth, it's not looking good for me. But then you gotta push for what you want. TP, you gotta push for what you want. So yeah, I want that distinction in chemistry, and there's nothing that's gonna stop me from getting these two distinctions. So yeah, man, I'm gonna give it my all, give it my best, and keep on pushing like this. Currently a Nigerian movie using my whiteboard. I'm tired of using paper. If as you know by now, whiteboards are badass. I'm watching movies. This is my favorite actor, Mary Sam, which is this guy over here. One of my best actors, my favorite actors when it comes to Nollywood movies. He's one of my favorites and stuff. So yeah, mate. So let me just continue. And yeah, man, I'll check you guys later. I can't use my phone right now because yeah, as you can see, I'm currently watching a movie. So yeah, but the time is currently it's basically 6 minutes to 5. Um, and yeah, man, we're still going strong. I'm still not tired. My body's agreeing with me, because it's math. It just enjoys doing math. I can zone out doing math, and I like that about myself. Imagine, I'm not stressed about math. Me and math Sazwana. siyazwana nemets. Anyway, yeah, catch you guys later when I do try to film something for you guys, or yeah, stuff like that. But I'm still going strong. I don't want to shoot so many videos of me studying because it will just make the video just long, tediously long for no reason. Like you've seen, I'm studying, so I think that's just enough to show you that I am studying. It's a study vlog anyway, but I just don't want to make it too long. Too long. Stuff like that. So yeah, let me just get back to you. Get back to it. Try the flip side. Study check with you guys. So they are asking us to find the area between these two functions right there, as you can see. Now, when you look at these two functions, we can basically see that we can draw rectangles here and there and there and there all the way up until that part. But we can also draw rectangles going from here, going up like that. Do you see that? So when you take the difference between those rectangles of each type of each curve, we basically are left with what? With actually the area that they're looking for that's in between. And in order for us to get that area, we need to know who's the big function, who's the small function. Now, the small function is the one that has those lower boxes, and who has the lower boxes? It's him. So he's our smallest function. So if you're trying to find the y value that this guy is, because remember we want to get the area here, so you actually want to get the height of this guy right there. Remember, this guy speaks about height multiplied by the width, right? So now the width is negligible, but then we're only considering the height in this case. So the height is the one that we care about, and the height is in between the two functions. So to get the height between those two functions, we need to basically say if we call this 1 and this 2, we need to take the difference between 1 and minus 2 from it, because y1 is the bigger one and y2 is the smaller one. So now we can actually get the y of our area. Is that cool? All right. Now, using that same analogy, remember, y is given by this equation and by that equation. So instead of me using the variable y, I can use the functions themselves, because actually the function equation itself is basically giving us the outcome, which is y. So in other words, wherever I see y1, I can substitute that. Wherever I see y2, I can substitute that. Now, what is this whole thing? This is what we call the definite integral. Okay, so what is this saying? This is basically saying the sum of the rectangles that I made, those strips that basically approximate the area up until infinity, all right, between the interval 0 to 1. So basically between this to 1, which is, you see, if you take those strips that are basically between that, they basically give us this area right there. Do you see? So it therefore means that we're going to use the first part of the fundamental counting principle. Not actually the first part. No, actually, no, that's a lie. But we're basically going to use our net change rule basically to solve this. And net change, this is what we said. y1 minus y2. All right, big minus small. All right, so that's what I'm basically doing. All right, then from there, the dx, it is the, remember, we multiply the dx with the y. And the dx speaks about the width of the rectangles. But now remember, it is very, very small. So dx is infinitesimally small. Infinitesimally small. I don't know, or something like that. But it's very, very small. This is a very, 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 very small number. All right, just think about the most infinite small number that you can think about. This is what this guy is. Okay, and using that, now we can basically apply our integration rules. Now, how are we going to integrate this? Well, firstly, we need to basically, okay, what I like to do is that when I see a fraction and roots, all I like to do is simplify them. So let's rewrite this to be like the sum of the rectangles from 2 to 0. It's basically given by what? By x, that, all to the power of 1 over 2, minus that plus 1, negative 1, and all this multiplied by dx. Now we can then apply our integration rules, okay? So now applying our integration rules, remember this guy will basically give us, let's see, so it's basically going to give us 1 over what? Half plus 1, remember that, x plus 2, x plus 1. Now remember the chain rule, okay? So now when you have the chain rule, when you're deriving, this guy, you're basically going to get the derivative of the inner function to be 1. Now we divide that inner function, we divide this function by that derivative right there to undo the chain rule, all right? So because it's 1, we do not even need to show that, okay? It doesn't change the equation, all right? Now after doing that, we then come for this guy, the very same thing. But now for this guy, unfortunately, we cannot apply the same rule, because now when you do this gives you 0. And if this is 0, this is undefined. We cannot have a fraction that's 0. So it means that this doesn't work, which works. Well, remember, the derivative of ln of x is what? Is 1 over x. Do you see that? So it means that the integral of 1 over x is ln x, the very same thing. So I'm going to treat this whole quantity as x, and I'm basically going to get this guy actually being ln of x. Now remember, chain rule, when you divide the inside, what do you get? You get 1. Divide that by 1 is our code, but we do not show that. And then we put the constant of integration. And from there, we then continue on our merry way. Then we are like, okay, cool. So now we have something like this. So this is 3 over 2. 3 over 2, x plus 2, and then this is 3 over 2. 2 over 3, and then this is ln x plus 1. Plus c. All right, now we are not done, right? So remember we had the numbers on the side, which is our interval of integration. So now applying our interval of integration, now we're going to apply our net change. So what we're basically going to do is that now we're going to take the difference between the sum of these guys from here. So we're going to substitute this in, and we're going to basically substitute it in, which is 2 plus that 2, 3 over 2 minus ln, what? 2 plus 1. And then this guy will be cancelled by the other part, which is now basically 2 over 3, 0 plus 2, 3 over 2 minus ln 0 plus 1. Right, then we apply that, and the c's of these two functions will cancel out. So this c will disappear. And then you just punch this in the calculator, and punching this in the calculator, we're basically going to get our, we're basically going to 2 over 3, 2 plus 2, to the power of 1 over 2, and minus ln of 3, and then minus that whole thing. And then because it's minus, this guy will be a plus. So it's going to be 2 over 3, what? 0 plus 2 to the power of 3 over 2. And then we say plus ln of what? Ln of 1. And that basically gives us an area of 2.35. And that is the area under the two functions right there. So the area right here is exactly 2.35. The reason why it's exactly is because of my blocks are no longer as big as before. They are now strips. So if I draw many strips, do you see that those many strips are basically in a series with each other? They actually cover all the area of this shaded region right there. So this is the exact area of my graph between those two graphs right there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So that's the study check and stuff. So we're still going strong, still going strong. So it's basically 2 minutes past 9, and I'm doing statistics, which is lecture tutorial 10, and then I'll be going to 11, then 12, then I'll be done with it. So everything is going good and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I'll catch you guys tomorrow when I go and write and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna end the video here for today and stuff. So yeah, catch you guys tomorrow when I write. I'll tell you how I did. Hey yo, so basically done writing. Feel the views, bro. This is my last week on campus. Last week on campus. I like dark skins. It is. You guys are so short. You're so short, bro. Even the camera shows you I'm very tall. Yeah. Short people around the world, they dominating.
Take a video.
Yes, very short people. You are very short. Look, even you know the equilibrium bar is above your head. Okay, fine. I can't something bring It doesn't work like that, girl. What was always that? Alright, y'all. So basically, just come back. Just come back from writing my paper. It was a good paper. Hopefully, I still retained my distinction. But we'll see what the result when they come out. Now we're going for chemistry. And stuff like that. But for chemistry, obviously, because the video is just becoming too long, I think for chemistry, you guys will just have to see the results only and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed the vlog up until this far. If you did, go down there, hit the like and subscribe, man. It's gonna be your boy King T. I'm gonna be out this thing. I hope you guys really enjoy your December holidays and stuff like that. But for me, guys, the semester is over. After chemistry on Thursday, it's over. I'm going back home and stuff like that. So yeah, catch you guys later when you catch me later. That's what's up. It's a boy King T. I'm gonna be out this thing. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.